Lyra stood frozen in the middle of the forbidden forest. The creature in front of her was impossible. A wolf had spoken. And not just any wolf. Its presence was so powerful that even the trees seemed to bow around it. "Who are you?" Lyra asked, her voice trembling. The white wolf slowly lifted its head. "I am Arion, the last guardian of the Moon Temple." Lyra frowned. The Moon Temple? That place disappeared hundreds of years ago. Arion's eyes glowed brighter. That is what the world was meant to believe. He walked around her slowly, studying her. For generations, the enemies of the Moon bloodline hunted every descendant of the ancient queens. They wanted the power of the Moon throne for themselves. Lyra looked down at the glowing mark on her wrist. "But I am just an Omega." Arion growled softly. "No." His voice echoed through the forest. "You were hidden as an Omega." Lyra stared at him. "What do you mean?" Arion looked toward the sky. "Your mother was the last Moon Queen." The world seemed to stop. "My mother. She knew the Dark Alpha would come for you. So before her death, she used an ancient spell to hide your royal blood. Your powers were sealed. Your memories were protected." Lyra shook her head. "My mother died when I was a child. That is the story you were given." Arion stepped closer. "The truth is she sacrificed herself to save you." 1,000 questions filled Lyra's mind. All her life, she had wondered why she felt different. Why she could sense emotions stronger than other wolves. Why the moon seemed to call her name. "You are the last Moon Queen," Arion continued. "The only wolf capable of uniting the divided packs." Lyra laughed bitterly. "Yesterday, I was cleaning the Alpha's palace. Today you are telling me I am a queen?" Arion looked at her seriously. "Power does not begin when others recognize you. It begins when you recognize yourself." Arion led Lyra deeper into the forest. After hours of walking, they reached an ancient temple hidden beneath enormous trees. The walls were covered with symbols she had never seen before. But somehow, they felt familiar. As Lyra touched the stone entrance, it opened. A silver light surrounded her. Inside the temple was a giant statue of a woman holding a crescent moon. The moment Lyra entered, the entire temple awakened. The ground shook. The candles around the room lit themselves. Then a voice filled the air. "Welcome home, daughter of the moon." Lyra looked around. Who is there? A figure appeared before her. A beautiful woman dressed in silver robes. Her eyes carried the light of the stars. The moon goddess. Lyra immediately fell to her knees. "I don't understand." The moon goddess smiled gently. "You were never chosen because you were powerful. You became powerful because you were chosen." A silver light surrounded Lyra. "You will face hatred. You will face betrayal. You will lose people you love. But you must remember one thing." "What?" The moon goddess looked directly into her eyes. "A true queen is not the one who controls others. She is the one who protects them." Images suddenly flashed through Lyra's mind. A burning kingdom. Thousands of wolves fighting. A dark figure wearing black armor. An alpha Kale standing beside the enemy. Lyra gasped. "What did I see?" The moon goddess disappeared slowly. The future. Far away from the Silver Moon Kingdom, beneath a forgotten castle, a man opened his eyes. His name was Malric, the first Dark Alpha. For centuries, wolves believed he was dead. They were wrong. A group of warriors bowed before him. "Master, the Moon Queen has awakened." Malric smiled. "Impossible. The bloodline was destroyed." One warrior lowered his head. "She survived." Malric stood. The air around him became dark. Then the prophecy begins. He walked toward the window. The moon above him had turned red. The Moon Queen believes she can save the world. His smile became cruel. "Let her try." Back inside the Moon Temple, Lyra struggled to understand everything. "I don't want this." Arion looked surprised. "You don't want the throne?" Lyra shook her head. "I never wanted power." She looked at her hands. "I just wanted someone to choose me." For the first time, Arion's expression softened. "That is why you were chosen." Lyra looked at him. "Because I was rejected? Because you understand pain?" Someone who has suffered knows the value of protecting others. Suddenly, pain exploded through Lyra's body. She fell to the ground. Her heartbeat became thunder. Her bones began changing. She screamed. The moon above the temple shone brighter. A powerful energy filled the room. Then silence. Slowly, Lyra opened her eyes. Everything looked different. She could hear every leaf moving, every heartbeat, every creature in the forest. Behind her appeared a magnificent white wolf. Its fur shined like moonlight. Arion lowered his head. The celestial wolf. The legendary wolf that only appears beside the true moon queen. Lyra stared at her reflection in the water. For the first time in her life, she saw who she truly was. Not weak, not unwanted, not forgotten. She was something more. Meanwhile, at the Silvermoon Palace, Alpha Kale stood alone in his chamber. He had not slept since the ceremony. The image of Lyra's face when he rejected her haunted him. He remembered the pain in her eyes, the way she walked away without begging, without anger, without revenge. An elder entered the room. Alpha. Kale turned. What? The elder looked worried. The moonstone has disappeared. Kale frowned. What? It vanished after Lyra left. Silence. Then another warrior entered. Alpha, there is more. Kale looked at him. The ancient prophecy has awakened. The warrior swallowed. The Moon Queen has returned. Kale felt a strange fear. Who is the Moon Queen? The warrior looked at him. The Omega you rejected. 3 months had passed since Lyra disappeared into the Forbidden Forest. The girl who had walked away from the Silver Moon Kingdom broken was gone. In her place stood someone completely different. Every morning, as the sun rose above the mountains, Lyra trained beneath the guidance of the Moon Guardians. She learned how to control her celestial wolf. She learned how to fight. She learned the ancient laws of the Moon Kingdom. But the hardest lesson was not learning how to use power. It was learning how not to let pain control her. Again. Arion's voice echoed through the training field. Lyra looked exhausted. I have been training for hours. And your enemy will not stop because you are tired. Lyra looked at him. You always say that. Because you always need to hear it. For the first time in years, Lyra smiled. She was no longer the girl who apologized for existing. She no longer lowered her eyes when others looked at her. The Moon Queen was awakening. One night, Arion brought Lyra to the highest mountain peak. The entire kingdom could be seen from there. The Moon Queen's power is not only strength, Arion explained. It is connection. Lyra looked confused. Connection. Every wolf carries a piece of the moon's energy. A true queen can hear their hearts. Arion placed his hand on an ancient crystal. Close your eyes. Lyra followed his instructions. At first, there was only silence. Then she heard something. Thousands of voices. Fear, pain, loneliness. She opened her eyes. What was that? The wolves of this world. Lyra looked toward the distant kingdoms. They are suffering. Arion nodded. Many packs have been controlled by fear for years. Because of Malric? Yes. Lyra remembered the vision from the moon goddess. The dark alpha. The war. The destruction. Then I have to stop him. Arion looked at her carefully. Are you ready? Lyra looked at the moon above. I don't know. Then she remembered Kale's words. You are unworthy. Her hands tightened. But I know I cannot run anymore. Back in the Silvermoon Palace, Alpha Kale had changed. The confident king who once believed he had everything under control was now haunted by one decision. Rejecting Lyra. He stood before the moonstone. It had returned. But something was different. A message appeared on its surface. The one you rejected will decide your fate. Kale stared at the words. He remembered Lyra. Not her weakness. Her kindness. The way she helped injured warriors without expecting anything. The way she protected children during attacks. She had always been stronger than everyone realized. An elder approached him. You know the truth now. Kale remained silent. The moon goddess chose her. Kale closed his eyes. I made a mistake. The elder looked at him. More than a mistake. Kale looked away. I thought being alpha meant choosing someone powerful. His voice became quiet, but I forgot that true power comes from character. Deep in the Darklands, Maurik gathered his army. Thousands of wolves stood behind him. Tonight, we take the Moon Queen's power. A warrior stepped forward. How can we defeat someone chosen by the Moon Goddess? Maurik smiled, because she is still human enough to care. He looked toward the Silvermoon Kingdom. Love is a weakness. The attack came without warning. The sky turned black. The forest shook. Lyra felt it before anyone else. They are here. Arion immediately grabbed his weapon. Maurik's army. The Moon Guardians rushed outside. The dark wolves surrounded the temple. At the front stood Maurik, the first Dark Alpha. His eyes were cold. So this is the legendary Moon Queen. Lyra stepped forward. You destroyed my family. Maurik smiled. Your family destroyed itself by believing kindness was stronger than fear. You will learn the truth. Lyra's eyes glowed silver. The truth is that fear always loses. Maurik laughed. That confidence will disappear when you see your kingdom burn. He raised his hand. The battle began. Dark wolves charged toward the Guardians. The ground shook as hundreds of warriors collided. Lyra fought beside her people. Every movement was faster. Every strike was stronger. But Maurik was different. He disappeared and appeared behind her. She barely blocked his attack. You are powerful, he admitted. But you are still inexperienced. Lyra pushed him back. I don't need centuries of cruelty to be strong. Their powers collided. The entire mountain trembled. Suddenly Maurik whispered, Do you want to know why your mother really died? Lyra froze. What? Maurik smiled. Because of your father. The world went silent. My father? Yes. Maurik leaned closer. He was not the hero you believe he was. Before Lyra could respond, Maurik vanished, leaving behind one final message. The truth will destroy you. That night, Lyra could not sleep. Her entire life had been built on secrets. Her mother, her powers, her bloodline, and now her father. Arion found her outside the temple. You knew. He remained silent. Lyra turned. You knew something about my father. Arion looked away. Lyra, no. Her voice shook. I deserve the truth. After a long silence, Arion finally spoke. Your father was the greatest alpha who ever lived. Lyra waited, but he made one unforgivable choice. What choice? Arion looked at her. He trusted Maurik. Lyra's eyes widened. Your father helped create the enemy you must now destroy. Lyra stood silently outside the Moon Temple. The night wind moved through the trees, but she barely felt it. Her mind was filled with one question. Why had everyone lied to her? My father helped create Maurik? Her voice was quiet. Arion lowered his head. Your father, King Aiden, was once the strongest alpha in history. Lyra listened carefully. He believed every wolf deserved freedom. He wanted to unite all packs under peace. Then what happened? Arion looked toward the dark sky. Maurik was his closest friend. Lyra's expression changed. Friend? Yes. They fought together. They protected the kingdom together. Arion paused. But Maurik wanted something more. He believed wolves should not live equally. He believed the strongest should rule over everyone. Lyra clenched her fists. So they became enemies. Arion nodded. The final battle between them destroyed half the kingdom. And my mother? Arion's eyes filled with sadness. Your mother protected you. She knew Maurik would come after the Moon bloodline. Before she died, she used the last of her magic to hide your identity. Lyra looked at her hands. All her life she believed she was abandoned. Now she knew the truth. She had been protected. A week later, a message arrived from the Silvermoon Kingdom. Maurik's forces were moving closer. The 5 great wolf packs needed an alliance. And they needed the Moon Queen. Lyra knew what she had to do. She returned. But this time, she did not return as an Omega servant. She returned as the heir of the Moon Throne. As Lyra entered the kingdom, thousands gathered. Whispers spread through the crowd. Is that really her? The Omega who was rejected? No. She feels different. The palace gates opened. Lyra walked through wearing a silver cloak. Her celestial wolf walked beside her. Every step carried the power of the moon. The same people who once laughed at her now lowered their heads. The elders bowed. The warriors bowed. The entire kingdom bowed. "Welcome, Moon Queen." Lyra looked at them silently. She remembered standing in this same place months ago. Alone. Rejected. Humiliated. But she was not the same person anymore. Inside the throne room, Lyra finally saw him. Kale. The man who had broken her heart. For a moment, neither spoke. Kale looked at her. Not as an Omega. Not as someone beneath him. But as the queen she truly was. "I owe you an apology." Lyra remained silent. Kale stepped closer. "I was blinded by pride." "You were." His expression tightened. "I thought strength meant having a powerful mate beside me." He lowered his head. "But I failed to see the strength you already had." Lyra looked at him. "Do you know what hurt the most?" Kale said nothing. "It wasn't the rejection. It was that you believed everyone else before you believed me." The words hit harder than any attack. Kale looked away. "I cannot change what I did." "No." Lyra's voice was calm. "You cannot." A painful silence filled the room. "But you can choose what you do next." Kale looked at her. For the first time he understood. Lyra was no longer seeking his acceptance. She had already found her worth. That night, leaders from all 5 packs gathered. The situation was desperate. Malric's army was larger than anyone expected. "He has gathered the dark wolves from the northern lands," one alpha explained. "They will attack before the next full moon." A warrior asked, "How can we defeat him?" Everyone looked at Lyra. She stood before the ancient map. Malric believes power comes from controlling others. She placed her hand on the map, but he does not understand the bond between wolves. She looked around the room. "We do not fight because we are forced. We fight because we protect each other." The room became silent. Then slowly, one by one, the alphas stood. "We stand with the Moon Queen." But Malric had expected this. Inside his fortress, he watched through a magical crystal. "So she has united them." His advisor nodded. "Yes, my alpha." Malric smiled. "Good." The advisor looked confused. "You wanted her to unite them?" Malric turned. "A divided kingdom is difficult to destroy. But a united kingdom." His smile grew darker. "As something worth taking." He touched the crystal. A vision appeared. Lyra standing on the battlefield. "The Moon Queen has one weakness." "What is that?" Malric whispered. "Her heart." The night before the war, Lyra stood alone beneath the moon. She knew tomorrow could change everything. Arion approached. "You are afraid." Lyra smiled slightly. "Is it that obvious?" "To me, yes." She looked at the stars. "I spent my whole life being powerless. Now everyone expects me to save them." Arion stood beside her. "A queen is not someone who never feels fear." "Then what is she?" "Someone who chooses courage anyway." Lyra looked at the moon. Tomorrow would decide the future of every wolf. And for the first time, she was ready. At sunrise, the armies met. On one side stood the united packs. On the other stood Malric's darkness. The sky turned black. The ground shook. Malric stepped forward. "One last chance, Lyra. Join me. You and I could rule this world." Lyra looked at him. "I don't want to rule the world." She raised her sword. "I want to protect it." Malric smiled. "Then die protecting it." The armies charged. The final war had begun. The battlefield became chaos. The sound of thousands of wolves fighting echoed across the mountains. Silver wolves fought beside warriors from every kingdom. For the first time in centuries, the packs stood together. Because of one woman. The Omega they once rejected. The queen they now followed. Lyra stood at the center of the battlefield, surrounded by a silver glow. But Malric was waiting for her. "You brought them together," he said. "How touching." Lyra looked at him coldly. "You don't understand." "Understand what?" These wolves don't follow me because they fear me. They stand beside me because they believe in each other." Maurik laughed. Belief does not win wars. He transformed. Dark energy exploded around him. His wolf was enormous, covered in black shadows with burning red eyes. The ground cracked beneath his feet. "I have lived for 1,000 years. You are only a girl who discovered her power yesterday." Lyra looked at her own wolf beside her, the celestial wolf, the creature that represented hope, not destruction. "Maybe." She raised her weapon. "But I have something you never had." Maurik narrowed his eyes. "What?" Lyra looked around at the warriors fighting beside her. "People who believe I am worth fighting for." Maurik attacked first. His power was overwhelming. Every strike shook the earth. Lyra blocked his attacks, but she was slowly being pushed back. "You are still too kind," Maurik said. "That will be your weakness." He struck again. Lyra fell to the ground. The battlefield went silent for a moment. Maurik walked toward her. "Your mother made the same mistake. She believed love could defeat power." Lyra slowly stood. "No." She looked at him. She believed love was power. The moon above began glowing brighter. Suddenly, every wolf on the battlefield felt something. A connection. A bond. Lyra's power spread across the land. She could feel every wounded warrior, every frightened wolf, every person who had chosen hope over fear. The moon goddess' voice echoed in her mind. "A true queen does not take power. She shares it." Lyra closed her eyes. Then she opened them. They shone like silver stars. The entire battlefield was covered in moonlight. The dark energy around Maurik began disappearing. "No." For the first time, fear appeared on his face. "What are you doing?" Lyra looked at him. "Ending the darkness you created." Maurik attacked with everything he had. But this time, Lyra did not fight alone. Every wolf connected to the moon stood with her. Together, their power became unstoppable. A massive wave of silver energy surrounded Maurik. His darkness shattered. The ancient dark alpha fell. Silence filled the battlefield. The war was over. The dark sky disappeared. The moon shone brighter than ever. Maurik looked at Lyra. For the first time he looked afraid. "Why?" Lyra stared at him. "Why didn't you destroy me?" She answered quietly. "Because power without compassion creates monsters. And I refused to become one." The darkness faded completely. The first dark alpha was finally gone. But the victory came with a price. A cry came from behind Lyra. She turned. Kale stood injured. A dark blade had struck him while protecting another warrior. "Kale." Lyra rushed toward him. He smiled weakly. "Looks like I finally made the right choice." She shook her head. "Don't speak. I spent so long believing I needed the strongest person beside me." His eyes met hers. "But I was wrong. You were the strongest person I ever knew." Lyra placed her hand over his wound. Her moon queen power flowed through him. But the injury was too deep. The moon goddess appeared in Lyra's mind. "The choice is yours. You can save him, but it will cost you part of your power." Lyra did not hesitate. "Do it." Silver light surrounded them. Slowly, Kale's wound healed. But Lyra's connection to the moon weakened. When the light disappeared, she collapsed. Days later, the entire kingdom gathered. But this time, it was not for a ceremony of rejection. It was for a coronation. Lyra stood before thousands of wolves. The moon crown was placed upon her head. The Moon Queen has returned. The crowd cheered. But Lyra remembered everything. The rejection, the loneliness, the pain. She looked at the people before her. I was once told I was too weak to stand beside an alpha. The crowd became silent. But weakness is not determined by where you begin. It is determined by whether you choose to rise. The wolves cheered. From this day forward, no wolf will be judged by their rank. No omega will be treated as less. No wolf will be forgotten. The kingdom bowed, not because they were forced, because they respected her. Months passed. The Silvermoon Kingdom changed. The old rules disappeared. Packs that once fought became allies. And the name Lyra became known across every land. The Omega who became a queen. The rejected mate who changed the world. One evening, Lyra stood beneath the moon. Kale approached quietly. Do you ever regret becoming Moon Queen? Lyra smiled. No. Even after everything? She looked at the moon. Everything I lost led me to who I was meant to become. Kale lowered his head. I know I can never erase what I did. No. Lyra agreed. But people can change. He looked at her. Does that mean there is hope for me? Lyra smiled softly. That depends on what you do with it. For the first time, Kale smiled. Not as an alpha. Not as a king. Just as himself. Above them, the moon shone brightly. And the world finally knew the truth. The weakest wolf was never weak. She was simply waiting for her time to rise.